Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Kat. I'm back with another video. I've been wanting to talk about this particular situation that I have been kind of seeing on Twitter. It pretty much kind of like stemmed from, you know, the Southwest flight cancellations that was happening a couple of days back or whatever, where like a lot of people's flights was canceled. And like they had to like, you know, wait probably like almost a week or something to like probably book another flight. You know, just a whole bunch of confusion when it comes to their system tripping about, you know, their flights and everything, and everybody's flights being canceled or whatnot. And I will say that it's very unfortunate that that had to happen. It's weird that how that happened, you know, a lot of people's flights being canceled and stuff. And, you know, and it's very sad knowing and thinking about all of the people that had to stay in the airport like that, especially if they had to stay for like days, like a week or so, you know, like them having to sleep, you know, like just how they were able to sleep, you know what I mean? And it's like variety of different people, you know, like kids, you know, older people, you know, elderly people, you know, what all they had to go through when it comes to that. Or, you know, if they're still not going through it. I hope they're still not going through it. I haven't really caught up about like any more new things about it. But, you know, thinking about that, it's just kind of, it's very sad. And I do hope that they ended up getting everything, you know, situated. However, I understand the frustration with the passengers or the customers, right? I understand it a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're at an airport, you're basically stranded, you know what I'm saying, for a few days, you know, and you just don't know which way to go, especially when, you know, the airports, the airlines, they're not offering any kind of accommodations, like no room, no, you know, no, none of that. You know, the only thing that they are giving is like half of a refund of what you purchased when it comes to your plane ticket, right? Now, I can't just really understand the full experience because I will be honest, I've never been on a plane ever in my life, like ever in my life. And to be perfectly honest, I'm gonna probably keep it that way because, you know, me personally, you know, like back in 2001, Aaliyah, you know, the plane crash that she had. Ever since then, it was just like, yeah, I definitely do not want to sit over here and get on no kind of plane. Like, you know, my close friends, they all be like, you gonna get on the plane? It's not that bad and all this stuff. And I'm just like, child, no shade, but y'all gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to be consumed with some stuff, you know, that can knock me out, so I won't have to, you know, see, so I won't have to see everything, you know. That's the only way. I have told them that's the only way. Y'all gonna have to, you know, consume me with something that will knock me out, so I won't, you know what I'm saying. That's the only way I'm gonna get on the plane. But just overall, yeah, I've never been on a plane. I don't know if I'm gonna ever get on one. I'm scared of heights. On top of that, I don't know, but. So I'm not going to just really know the full-on experience. But once again, I do understand to a certain extent about the frustration that the customers or passengers have due to those circumstances, right? But I just wish that also, you know, it can be understood too that when it comes to, like, I'm guessing they call them agents, you know, like the customer service, you know, people or whatever on there, like, correct me. Like I said, I really haven't experienced any of this, so, but I do know, you know, a particular thing about customer service and about, you know, feelings, you know, and consideration about some things sometimes, right? But I guess like the customer service people, you know, the ones that's at the desk, you know, doing all the, you know, all the situations, you know, stuff going on or whatever, you know, I guess they call them agents. I'm not really sure, but you know, we do have to kind of understand that they don't control every single thing when it comes to situations like that. Okay, like that's the system's problem. It's not anything that they've done. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I say this is because apparently there was kind of like another situation that happened with Spirit Airlines. I had seen this particular video on Twitter, and the person that posted it had the caption of "Don't fly Spirit." And I looked at the video, and however, I will say I agree with the debate that was going on under that thread. You know what I'm saying? I understand it, because one way it's like, you know, the customer service was kind of, you know, was kind of out of there a little bit. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, the customers or the passengers, their frustration is like through the roof, so to where they are copping hella attitudes with the agents, with the people, with the customer service people or the agents or whatnot, right? And I looked at it as in like, okay, me personally, I will say that I'm a little bit more on the agent side. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. To a certain degree, if you feel like you gotta yell at me, I understand you're the customer, but at the same time, it's like sometimes the customers is not always right. Okay, so with that being said, in this case, what she did, when one of the ladies did end up saying on this video, she told the people, she was like, okay, you're not going to yell at me. I'm not a child. You're not going to yell at me. If you're going to keep yelling at me, I'm not going to sit over here and give you no kind of service. I'm not going to sit over here and help you because you do not need to yell. And I definitely understood, and I definitely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, just because you're the customer, it does not mean that, you know, you can sit over and talk to me any kind of way because you feel like no matter what, I'm gonna have to sit over here and give you some service. Like, no. Just like these, just like some of these stores around here where they say no shoes, no shirt, no service. It's the same way when it comes to other kind of customer service. Okay, if you're gonna sit over and feel like you gotta yell at me because you're frustrated over something that I technically don't have no say so over, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help you. I'm you know, dealing with this right along with you. So in other words, it's just like on both ends, y'all are both dealing with the same situation, and it's not the fact, neither side is kind of being considerate about, you know, the other person's, you know, situation here. And to be honest, it's like y'all are sitting over here raising hell at these agents because of the simple fact, okay, y'all gonna miss going to Disney World. I get it, you know, it's for your kids, but you know what I'm saying, it's like, just imagine other people, like just imagine some people at Southwest, like just imagine other people that are going to be, and y'all was only waiting for like what, 6 hours. Other people on other airlines are waiting 6 days. You know, there's a huge difference for me. Like, to be honest, there's a huge difference to me. And also on top of that, other people that are waiting like 6 days to book another flight, ain't no telling what other things they have going on. You have to look at the fact that there is probably elderly people out there, what, you know, like their medication, you know, ain't no telling what else is going on, you know, with other people. And y'all are sitting over here wanting to yell, and there is very poor at how they're handling these things. Especially on the side of the Spirit Airlines, they are really poor at their management skills. They shouldn't have just solely the employees, the agents. In these particular cases, it should not just only be them on that floor. It needs to be the managers too. It really does. And it's just very sad, and it's very unfortunate as well, because they have to go through that type of stress alongside allegedly having customers, you know, not only like yell at them, but spitting at them, you know, cussing them out, you know, also putting their hands on them. Like, they're dealing with all of these things, and it's just kind of like, when it comes sometimes to social media, especially like when it comes to Spirit Airlines, because I have really been seeing like some reviews about Spirit Airlines, which is very kind of side-eyeing to me, because it's just like, majority of the people that I see on Spirit Airlines is, you know, African American people, and that kind of side-eye me how they always end up being the ones to have the main bad reviews, you get what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But they having to deal with that, but it's like, you know, they end up, the employees end up getting talked bad about when it comes to their customer service starting to be a little, you know, like a little aggressive, you know what I'm saying, or a little, you know, or like just returning the energy that the customers or passengers is giving them. And in my mind, like I said before, I am completely, fully, you know, like agreeance with the agents, because not only is the passengers having, you know, to deal with this situation, they got to deal with it too. The same, you know, in the same time that the passengers and customers is dealing with this. And another thing that kind of bothered me is the fact that, I don't know, maybe this is me, but it kind of bothered me how the staff was just fully black women, and when you see in the crowd, it's majority white people. I kind of cringed. Because it's just like, you know, that it just made me feel like, I don't know how to explain, I don't know how to describe it, but it just kind of made me feel like they was taking advantage of a moment because of who the staff were, in my opinion. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. And it just made me cringe. It really just made me cringe. All I will say is that it needs to be normalized that when it comes to customer service, you know, the employees should have a right to choose who they don't want to give customer service to, especially when, you know, the customer is already having, you know, is already showing ignorance and, you know, aggression in a way, you know what I'm saying? And they should have every right to be like, you know what, I'm warning you. If basically just bottom line, like, if you yell at me again, I'm not going to sit over here and give you no service. I'm sorry, but that's you know, yelling at me is unacceptable. It should be normalized. It should be a thing. It should also be normalized that the customer is not always right. It should be very normalized that the customer is not always right, because they're not always right. And I just hope that that if they not already, that they're continuing to try to get this whole situation, you know, in order, because once again, it is unfortunate to have people stay at an airport for 6 days or a week or so because of canceled flights. Like, I can only imagine what they're going through. I can only imagine what they're going through on that. I can only imagine. But also, we do just need to sit over here and just be considerate on both ends. You know, be very considerate on both sides. You know, and understand that, you know, to be honest, y'all are in this together. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are, you know, dealing with the same problem. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, even though y'all are frustrated, kind of understand what decorum is. You know, kind of understand that. Kind of understand what decorum is. And you know, and I mean, it's hard, but you know, just understand that. And also just understand that, you know, it's not going to last forever, even though this is a difficult situation, but it's not going to last forever. So, you know, just remember that when, especially when it comes to the people that was tripping about, you know, the Disney World. I mean, yeah, you know, but at the same time, it's like, you know, like, when it comes to stuff like that, it's not the end of the world. It's really not. It's not the end of the world. You know, I'm pretty sure there was customers and passengers dealing with way worse than you sitting over here having to, you know, wait for 6 hours to get a trip to Disney World. Like, I'm pretty sure. So everybody, when it comes to situations like that, it's difficult, it's frustrating, but kind of be considerate and just try to kind of have some decorum about yourself to a certain degree. You know, there's a lot more worse things happening out here. It really is. And, you know, you just never know. More could probably come than just this. I mean, not, but that's just how I feel about it. But like I said before, I'm in agreement with, you know, the ladies at Spirit. If you owe me, it's a possibility you're not gonna get no customer service from me. You know, go somewhere else, but you're not gonna get it from me. That's it. That's all. But y'all have a happy new year. I hope everybody is, you know, relaxing, chilling, you know, trying to recover from last night. I'm pretty sure some of y'all finna go back out again tonight. I'm pretty sure. So y'all just be safe out here. I've been hearing like ever since like 12 o'clock last night, like I've been hearing nothing but boom pows, click clacks, all them things. That's all I've been hearing. And then on top of that, I've been hearing like sirens, and I'm just like, what the hell are y'all doing out here in this good old Longview? I don't know, but I ain't trying to see. I'm not trying to see at all. But y'all just be safe out here, man. And once again, y'all have a happy new year. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later, okay?